All right, g'day, hi, and welcome. Okay, this monstrosity you see in front of you is kitty cat thing. All right, I guess these are going to go into those pails. Not the big stuff. We got some beets, got some radishes. Got lots of radishes. Radishes here. Some of them are old. I think they're all old. The beets are old. I'm gonna put in some rutabaga. Got kohlrabi. These things don't really grow great around here, but I tried them anyway. Beets. Got some turnip. Gotta have turnip in here. There's some turnip. So I'm gonna try to put in my potatoes. Just these two. Just to start them. My onions. This is today's goal. I don't know if I'll get it. These onions I might hold off, but what I'm gonna do is get those pails ready so I can put in my parsley, my asparagus, and then I'll have to transplant everything. Now this barrel here, okay, is going to be a raised bed garden. I don't know if you guys can see. I'm going to be upside down there for a second. I don't know if you guys can see that crack right here. Well, this no longer holds water, so I'm thinking I'm just going to pull it apart, and that'll be kind of like a raised bed garden. It will go down in there. The other, if I can get 3 rings out of it. There's my girl, poor baby. Yeah, oh, I guess I better pet you, eh? Yeah, poor girl's not feeling the best lately. Yeah, poor baby. All right, so, okay, a big blue bucket. Or a big blue pail thinger. Oh, good, the sun's going to stay out. That wind is so cold. The sun's nice, but the wind is so cold. Still got the Arctic air coming in, eh? So it's like, yeah, so I got one of those. And I got one there. Now, this one, I don't know why somebody cut the bottom out of it, but they cut the bottom out of it. I guess there was a different thing. The problem is I don't know if I can clean these things out. I don't know what was in them. I don't know if it was cleaning supplies, industrial cleaning supplies. Yeah, I don't know what was in these barrels before. I remember when I first got them, somebody threw them out, and I thought, well, I could use them for something. But, yeah, whatever was in it, it smelled sweet, almost like a floor cleaner, but it actually irritated my skin. So that was a couple of years ago, and the bottom's been off this, but you can see there's a hole in the bottom there. I think what my dad wanted to use it for was a water basin for the sawmill, but I don't think it worked the way he wanted. So what I'm thinking is, sun chop. Sun chop. Chop. And I'd have 3 kind of semi-raised beds, barriers, and if I can get a few more of these, I'll probably do the same. And that will be for my 3 sisters' garden. I mean, I could just pop the other end off of it and just make it one big giant raised bed, which would be the ideal, because then you never have to bend over. If I can get like 20 or 30 more of these for free, that'd be awesome too. And then just do the sun chop. And yeah, pop the bottom off. And maybe I'll do it that way. And then it's less of them, but it's one big raised bed garden right here. And I can put it anywhere. And the only thing I have to do is keep the deer out of it. Now that's the hard part, is keeping the deer out of it. The only thing I can do to keep the deer out of it is I'm starting to rethink that strategy there. If I could pop the bottom out of this and just put like it could be as simple as a plastic barrier, a see-through plastic barrier, or a caging around it. The animals can't get into it, and that would make life easy, but that's not how I roll. We don't make life easy around here. Hey, Goof. Hey, coming? Come on. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so, yeah, poor dog's not feeling good. That one I'm going to keep as the rain barrel, but the concept is sound. Heck, even my composter could become a new gardening thing. I'm going to move that this year anyway. So I'm going to turn that. Show you what the concept of what I'm doing with all the chives and stuff. This chive here, I don't know, is 5-6 years old. It was in a planter, as you can see, and that planter rotted, so it's pretty thin right now. I'm gonna have to, get it whatever, get it going again. But as this grows into the hill, you know, I'm gonna have like chives coming out of there for the rest of my life, type of thing. They do take well, so that's my strategy, and I'll show you what I did. And it's just maybe it'll work, maybe it won't, but the concept is simple. This year I probably bought 8-10 years ago, I don't know, and the sun breaks them down. But this is what I started those chives in, and they came back every year. I just left them outside all year round. They came back every year, and what that did was, like you say right there, because I didn't scratch them up and whatever, and it kind of grew over a bit. But when it broke, what I did this year is I just threw it on the pile. I thought, hey, that's a great idea. Just let them grow for a season in the pot, and then transplant them. Just keep transplanting every year, fresh chives everywhere. That way you have a forest full of chives, you know what I mean? And if some don't take, no biggie. So I kind of got those ready yesterday a little bit. I'm gonna maybe wet them down. I'm gonna hook up the garden hose, wet those down. I'm gonna fill this up for my onions. So I'm gonna put turnips, beets. I'm not sure what I'm gonna put there. Could be onion. Could put, yeah, maybe turnip, beets, onion. Maybe we'll do that. Just to start them. If we get more planters like this, great. I got this. People throw these big things out because they don't look good anymore. And so if you get these big ones, that like they do become de facto raised bed gardens. But the problem when you grow stuff in a bucket, which I'm going to use some of those buckets for the potatoes. I still don't have my manure and stuff like that, so maybe I might have to hold off. Yeah, maybe I'll hold off on that, and I'll just work on that thing down there. But the thing about buckets is everything gets root bound, so either you get such a small yield that it's hardly worth mentioning, or you know, the plant just doesn't go at all. So you can get stuff out of buckets, but you need a ton of nutrients to compensate for the lack of soil and stuff like that. So that's just an idea, but I will start with that. So I do like that as a bit of a raised bed garden. No building involved, just basically cutting and then fill it up. And I can fill it up with the compost stuff. And it's just, where do I want to put it? And what do I want to put in there? Maybe I'll put some corn in there. I don't know. But the idea is it's weed control. So the nice thing is you can plant this right down by where there's a whole bunch of weeds, you know, and you don't have to worry about the grass and all that getting in there because it's easy to manage, right? Where down there on the ground, that's where your work is. So I'm starting to re-strategize how I'm going to do this. But I don't have much time because I've already planted everything. And within the next week or so, I'm going to have to start transplanting stuff into bigger and bigger containers till I can get everything either into the ground or into a raised bed of some sort. So anyway, I'm going to get cracking on that. I kind of came to a different idea with that. Maybe I'm going to try something different. Maybe I'm overthinking that one. I'm not too sure yet. But I'm going to try maybe just resurrecting that fence. I'm going to pull that fence out, which is a real pain in the butt. I'm going to pull out the fence, resurrect it, and then if I can get away with just a fence, if I make say 3 sticks, say this is all full, 3 sticks, and then I could just put my plastic around it, and then I get my garden out, just keep pulling it out until between now and the end of June. If I get everything out in big planters like that, Bob's your uncle, you know what I mean? Even if you don't have an Uncle Bob, Bob will still be your uncle. So anyway, I gotta get to it. Lots of work to do. It is, what time is it now? It is 1 o'clock, so hopefully I get everything done by 3 for today anyway. There we go.